Now, one of the biggest questions I get asked, and one of the most common questions I get asked on my videos, is about semi-automatic rifles within the UK, and specifically it's videos that I have my Smith & Wesson 1522, which is a semi-automatic 2.2 AR-15 style rifle. And a lot of people, and this is sort of international, UK, American, worldwide, people will come on and go, well, I thought semi-automatic rifles were completely banned in the UK. I didn't think you could have one. So how can you have that? So I wanted to make this video to completely clear it up. Now, yes, for the most part, semi-automatic rifles or self-loading rifles within the UK are banned, and this was after the Hungerford massacre in 1987, and then there was the Firearms Amendment Act in 1988 following that massacre, banning all semi-automatic rifles. And I say all semi-automatic rifles, that's all full-bore semi-automatic rifles. We are allowed semi-automatic rifles within the UK as long as they are 2.2 rimfire. And that's pretty much the long and short of it. And that's the two differentiating bans, is that it's actually anything that's centre fire that's banned within the UK. So you cannot own them as someone that holds an FAC. However, I've talked previously, there are certain workarounds and there are certain ways to be able to own these sorts of guns, but it's incredibly hard. When we say something's banned in the UK, it is still able to be owned in the UK, it's just you can't own it under, say, a shotgun certificate or a firearm certificate, which are the two licenses you need mainly to be able to own guns in the UK as a private citizen. Section 5 basically covers everything that you cannot hold under a FAC or shotgun certificate. So it covers pistols, it covers semi-automatic rifles, fully automatic rifles, and guns that are not of a correct length to be able to own under an FAC or SGC. Now, a Section 5 can effectively be gained by anybody, a private citizen or a business, but you have to have an incredibly good reason for wanting it. Normally it is to become a Section 5 firearms dealer, because of course we do have government agencies that do require guns and they need somewhere to buy them from, so there are Section 5 dealers. And also we have a lot of gun makers within the UK, one of which is Landtech. They make stunningly good rifles, and they make semi-automatic rifles within the UK. They actually export the rifles, and some do go off to police and military, but mostly are exported outwards from the UK. But they need a Section 5 licence to be able to make them, hold them, test them, and then sell them from within the UK. But for a private citizen, as I said, it's basically, the long and the short of it is that if you have a 2.2 rimfire semi-automatic rifle, that's completely fine. You can own that under an FAC. Now, most of the calibers, or the most common caliber for a semi-automatic is of course the 2.2 long rifle, but it's not restricted just to the 2.2 long rifle. Of course, there's countless other 2.2 rimfire cartridges. It's just a case of not many people make other calibers or rimfire 2.2 calibers other than the 2.2 long rifle. But yes, so semi-automatics mostly are banned. Anything that's centre fire or full bore caliber, 308, 223 are banned, but a 2.2 rimfire is completely legal within the UK under an FAC. A quick side note, and I've made videos about them previously and the specific guns previously, we've been, quite smart, I think, in the UK, and sort of, and I use this phrase very loosely, we've got around these rules. And I don't say get around because we don't have semi-automatic rifles, we don't have anything that has the same sort of rate of fire as a semi-automatic rifle. But what we've done is modify previous, or built from the ground up rifles to sort of imitate a semi-automatic. Actions such as the straight pull. Now, straight pull has been around for a very long time, but we've actually designed it into an AR-15, so you can get an AR-15 style straight pull rifle. And of course, this allows someone to have an AR-15 platform. Okay, it's not in semi-automatic, but you can get all the mil-spec components for it. And then we've got other mechanisms. One, more significantly, is the Mars VZ58, and this is a brilliant gun. It's basically, you pull the trigger, it fires around, you let go of the trigger, pull it again, that basically resets the rifle, and then you can pull the trigger. So for every one shot, you have to pull the trigger, and it's the same trigger twice. And again, this was probably the fastest mechanism we have in the UK, but it's still nowhere near a semi-automatic, but it still, again, allows you to have that platform and, you know, shoot in scenarios and, you know, shoot targets in a similar manner and close to a similar speed. You know, you're still shooting a lot faster than you would a bolt action, just because of the style of rifle. Another mechanism is the lever release, and there's two really famous, or really two significant lever releases, and that's the Southern Gun Company 9mm lever release and the Southern Gun Company 223. And the 223 is a new gun out to market. It's only been out about 6 months or so, but the 9mm lever release is quite well known. It's been around for quite a while, and basically that has a lever on the side of the gun within reach of your thumb, so you pull the trigger and you push down the lever, and that resets the gun, and then you can pull the trigger again. It can be quite a fast mechanism, and some would say faster than the Mars rifle, because you can just go, you know, bang click, bang click, bang click, bang click. But there you go. As I said, hopefully a good summary of the semi-automatic rules within the UK. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it's been enjoyable. I hope it's been informative, and as always, I hope to see you soon.